everyone, welcome back to more of Learn Russian with Learn Russian. We're up to lesson 18. You can see it is a little bit more about nouns in the instrumental case, but I think mostly it's about reflexive verbs. What is a reflexive verb? Basically, it's a verb in which the verb acts upon the speaker. So, for example, like you can say, I excuse myself. That's a reflexive verb. I excuse myself, meaning I perform the act upon myself, or I wash myself, or something like that. That's a reflexive verb. They exist in English, they exist in many languages, they exist also in Russian, but the trick is sometimes in Russian they exist in situations where you might not expect them to because they might not exist that way in English. So let's take a look. In this lesson, you will learn the instrumental case with reflexive verbs ending in sia. So, for example, заниматься музыкой, интересоваться спортом. You will also learn the instrumental case with the verbs быть and стать, which are to be and to become, respectively. For example, был студентом, was a student, and стал профессором, became a professor. So let's start as usual with a dialogue. Here's a gentleman holding a microphone in your face and asking, чем вы интересуетесь? What are you interested in? So let's get going.
Извините, пожалуйста, вы можете сказать, чем вы интересуетесь?
Я интересуюсь экономикой и финансами.
А почему?
Потому что это моя работа и моя зарплата. И еще потому, что я играю на бирже.
Спасибо за ответ. Извините, а вы чем интересуетесь?
Ничем я не интересуюсь. У меня времени нет, у меня дети маленькие.
Ой, извините, девушка, можно вас спросить? Чем вы сейчас интересуетесь?
Я изучаю медицину и сейчас очень интересуюсь психологией и анатомией. Вот я вижу у вас проблемы с нервами.
Почему?
Ну, потому что вы очень худой и еще...
Спасибо большое. Женщина, извините, можно вас на минуту?
Да, конечно.
Вы можете сказать, чем вы интересуетесь?
Я интересуюсь музыкой, историей, литературой. Я очень люблю балет и оперу.
Скажите, а где вы работаете?
Я работаю в театре. Я кассир.
Спасибо большое.
Okay, we almost had a dialogue that was not too awkward, except for maybe a couple of moments. All right, so let's go through this again. So pretty straightforward. I don't know why this journalist is, why he's asking people, what are you interested in? But, and you know, if you just go up to somebody on the street and ask them, what are you interested in? I don't know if they would have such a ready answer. Well, maybe they would. It's not that difficult of a question. Maybe people can describe their interests kind of ad hoc like that. But anyway, let's go ahead and start over and fill in the blanks.
Извините, пожалуйста, вы можете сказать, чем вы интересуетесь?
Okay, so excuse me, please. Could you tell what are you interested in? So, чем вы интересуетесь?
Я интересуюсь экономикой и финансами.
Okay, я интересуюсь. Notice the conjugation difference. Вы интересуетесь and я интересуюсь. So I am interested in economics and finance.
А почему?
But why? Or and why?
Потому что это моя работа и моя зарплата. И еще потому, что я играю на бирже.
Aha. Because it is my work and my зарплата, I believe, is salary, so it's like how I make a living. И еще потому, что, and also because я играю на бирже, because I play on the stock market.
Спасибо за ответ. Извините, а вы чем интересуетесь?
Спасибо за ответ. Thank you for your answer. Excuse me, and you, вы чем... He switched the question around a bit. First he said, чем вы интересуетесь, and now he asks, а вы чем интересуетесь? Same question, just a bit of a different phrasing. The formatting here makes it look a bit weird, like the words чем and interesuities kind of are one word. I think that's not a problem. They're still separate words, just for some reason oh, now it looks better. The web page coding or whatever made it look a bit strange for a moment.
Ничем я не интересуюсь. У меня времени нет, у меня дети маленькие.
Ooh. Okay, the женщина, the woman, says ничем, nothing. Я не интересуюсь. Once again, an example of the double negative in Russian. Nothing, I not interested. So I'm not interested in anything. I don't think that's really true, but then she says, у меня времени нет, I don't have any time. У меня дети маленькие. I have small children, so I don't have time, I have small children.
Ой, извините, девушка, можно вас спросить, чем вы сейчас интересуетесь?
So he excuses himself. He says, oh, sorry, извините. Девушка, girl, можно вас спросить? May I speak to you? And then he said, чем вы сейчас интересуетесь? What are you interested in now? Funny how he puts in the word сейчас. He asks, what are you interested in now? Perhaps implying that she's too young to know what she really likes and maybe her interests will change later. I don't know.
Я изучаю медицину и сейчас очень интересуюсь психологией и анатомией. Вот я вижу у вас проблемы с нервами.
So, я изучаю, I study медицину, medicine, и сейчас очень интересуюсь, and now very interested in psychology, psychology, и анатомией, and anatomy. Вот я вижу у вас проблемы с нервами. Here I see you have problems with the nerves.
Почему?
Why? Lay.
Ну, потому что вы очень худой и еще...
Well, because you are very skinny, and yet... ...
Спасибо большое. Женщина, извините, можно вас на минуту?
Thank you very much. Ma'am, well, literally woman, excuse me, might I have a minute from you?
Да, конечно.
Yes, of course.
Вы можете сказать, чем вы интересуетесь?
Okay, same question once again. May you tell, чем вы интересуетесь? What are you interested in?
Я интересуюсь музыкой, историей, литературой. Я очень люблю балет и оперу.
Скажите...
So, pretty clear. There's only one word left, so it must be this one. I'm interested in music, history, literature. I very much love ballet and opera.
Скажите, а где вы работаете?
Я работаю в театре. Я кассир.
Спасибо большое.
Okay, and he says, tell, and where do you work? She says, I work in a theater, or, again, in Russian there's no the or a, so you can interpret this as the theater or a theater. Я кассир, I'm a cashier at the theater. Спасибо большое, thank you very much. So, I'm not sure what being skinny has to do with problems of the nerves. Do you mean that it's better to be... not so skinny because then you have less problems with your nerves? I'm not sure that that's correct. But Russians do sometimes have strange interpretations of health and medical conditions. They will often jump to conclusions about someone's medical state or medical physical health based on casual observations. This is something that I notice in Russian. Anyway, moving on. Second dialogue here is apparently between Marta, Simon, and Robert.
Саймон, что ты делаешь?
Да так, ничего. Ну, я сейчас занимаюсь танцами. Вот повторяю ритм.
А какими танцами ты занимаешься?
Я танцую вальс и танго.
Серьезно? Здорово. А я раньше занималась аэробикой и пилатесом, но сейчас совсем нет времени, только для работы.
А я раньше серьезно занимался пинг-понгом и бадминтоном. Каждый вторник и четверг у меня были тренировки. Я ходил в спортзал, но уже год ничего не делаю. Тоже нет времени.
Ты занимался пинг-понгом и бадминтоном? Ха-ха!
И что? Это очень активные игры. Там очень большая концентрация и много энергии.
Саймон, ну и что? Когда я была студенткой, я занималась макраме и кёрлингом.
Макраме и кёрлинг?
Супер.
Супер!
Ладно, я тоже скажу вам. Но это большой секрет. Когда я был студентом, я занимался балетом.
И поэтому ты сейчас занимаешься танцами?
Мы все поняли.
Okay, this is just a bit of good-natured teasing, I think. So let's go ahead and start from the. I guess these are three co-workers talking in an office because this happens frequently in Russian offices.
Саймон, что ты делаешь?
Simon, what are you doing?
Да так, ничего. Ну, я сейчас занимаюсь танцами. Вот повторяю ритм.
Okay, да так, so like, yeah, well, nothing. Well, now he said, я сейчас занимаюсь танцами. So, wait, so танцами is dancing. German speakers may recognize the word tanz, obviously, as dance. Oh, I guess he's practicing or studying. Занимаюсь is like practicing or studying dancing. Вот повторю rhythm. So here, doing rhythm.
А какими танцами ты занимаешься?
А какими танцами ты занимаешься? What kind of dance are you practicing?
Я танцую вальс и танго.
I dance the waltz and the tango. Notice how he says tanga and not tango because the O is not emphasized, so it becomes tanga.
Серьезно? Здорово. А я раньше занималась аэробикой и пилатесом, но сейчас совсем нет времени, только для работы.
Серьезно? Seriously? Здорово. It's great. It's good for your health. А я раньше занималась, because it's past tense, and I used to study, or I used to do aerobics and Pilates. Но сейчас совсем нет времени. But now there is just no time, только для работы. Only for work, so just time for work.
А я раньше серьезно занимался пинг-понгом и бадминтоном.
And I used to seriously занимался ping-pong and badminton.
Каждый вторник и четверг у меня были тренировки. Я ходил в спортзал, но уже год ничего не делаю. Тоже нет времени.
So каждый вторник и четверг, so every Tuesday and Thursday, у меня были тренировки. I had training. Я ходил в спортзал. I went to the sport hall, like the gym. Но уже год ничего не делаю. But in the past year, not. So already in the past year, nothing. I haven't done anything. Тоже нет времени. Also no time. I don't have any time.
Ты занимался пинг-понгом и бадминтоном? Ха-ха!
Yeah, and of course he's making fun of it and saying, ты занимался. You practiced ping pong and badminton? Ha, what a manly man.
И что? Это очень активные игры. Там очень большая концентрация и много энергии.
So here he says again, и что? Like, so what? What of it? Это очень активные игры. They are very active games. Там очень большая концентрация. There's a lot of heavy concentration и много энергии. This is actually true. I mean, they might not be seen as particularly manly sports, but you do still have to kind of exert yourself when you are playing even things like ping pong, table tennis, and badminton.
Саймон, ну и что? Когда я была студенткой, я занималась макраме и кёрлингом.
And Marta also chimes in and says, Simon, ну и что? Come on, Simon, so what? Когда я была студенткой, when I was a student, я, what was the, занималась. Я занималась macrame and curling.
Макраме и кёрлинг?
Супер.
Супер!
And then they also kind of sarcastically start laughing at her. That's a bit unfair. Come on, macrame and curling, it's not nothing wrong with that. Yeah, okay, you're not playing contact football and charging into somebody at full speed, but it's still, they're still fun games to play.
Ладно, я тоже скажу вам. Но это большой секрет. Когда я был студентом, я занимался балетом.
Okay, so, okay, ладно, it's like, okay, я тоже скажу вам. I will also tell you something. Here, even though they're on a tli basis with each other, they say tli to each other because they're friendly and they know each other. He says vam here to indicate you plural. So this is not the polite form vam. This is the plural form vam because he's speaking to two people at once. Но это большой секрет, but it's a big secret. Когда я был студентом, when I was a student, я занимался, once again, занимался балетом. I practiced ballet. And ballet in Russia is a big thing. It's still seen as kind of a classic art, and so men do ballet. I don't know. There may be a certain stereotype in the West that male ballet dancers are typically gay. I don't know how widespread that stereotype is, but I think it's probably, in the West, it may not be seen as a manly pursuit. It may be seen as a rather inappropriate pursuit for a typical manly macho man. But in Russia, men are confident enough in their sexuality that they can do ballet, and there's nothing weird about it. It's perfectly normal. So yeah.
И поэтому ты сейчас занимаешься танцами?
Мы все поняли.
And и поэтому, and for this reason, ты сейчас занимаешься танцами. And that's why you are now studying dancing. Мы все поняли. We've understood everything. So now we understand everything. Okay, so that's the first and second dialogues. Okay, moving on. Here we have a small test about I think it's about the dialogue that we just heard. So let's take a look. Test. Simon занимается boxing, rock и роллом, obviously rock and roll, or танцами. Well, that's pretty straightforward. He's studying dancing. Раньше Simon занимался балетом, or буклетом. Biljetom is this billiards? I'm not sure. Biljet is like a ticket, like a train ticket or something. But I don't know if biljetom maybe means something else. But obviously, I don't know what bukletom is, but balletom is obviously the correct answer. It's about ballet. Когда Marta была студенткой, она занималась. So when Marta was a student, she practiced macrame and surfingom, macrame and surfing, karate y curlingom, karate and curling, or obviously macrame and curling. Roberto Ranchi занимался, so he used to study judo. Putin's favorite martial art. Judo y tennisom, judo and tennis. Ping pongom y badmintonom, obviously ping pong and badminton, or golfom y squashim. I think this is golf and squash. I don't know how often Russians play squash. I've actually never seen this word, but I'm guessing that skvoshium is probably squash. So golf and squash. Well, obviously from the dialogue we know it's ping pong and badminton. And сейчас коллеги занимаются, so now they practice работой, work, обедом, going to lunch, or fitnessом, fitness, obviously work. They all complain they have too much time or they have no time for anything because they spend too much time on work. They have no time for anything else. So now reflexive verbs. Obviously, this is just a sampling of 2 of them. So интересоваться чем, to be interested in something. So you can say я интересуюсь. I interest myself for something. Once again, those of you who speak German might recognize a similar form in German. If you are interested in something in German, you can say ich interessiere mich für etwas. I interest myself in something. In English, this form obviously doesn't exist. In English, you would just say I'm interested in karate or tennis or whatever. But in both German and Russian, you say essentially I interest myself in something or for something. And similarly, заниматься чем or с кем, whom or with whom, to be occupied, or with what, to be occupied with something. So я занимаюсь, ты занимаешься, and so on. So now we have a little bit of practice here. We study the table above and we fill in the different endings. First of all, встречаться, to meet with somebody. So, я встреча... Okay, we don't have this particular verb in the table here, but since it's я, we can infer, looking at the table here, that for reflexive verbs with ya, you end in use with the soft sign on the end. So let's go ahead and fill that in. This will be then, no, not ya, use. So you, and then that, and then the soft sign. Ты встречаешься. So that's, yeah, so it's actually five letters. So it's ye, and then it's sh, and then it's the soft sign, and then it's sia. For an and ana, it's yitsya. So yitsya. Мы встречаемся. So емся. Вы it's yetis. So yetis. Wait, no, like that, yes. And они, they, ются. These forms appear to be pretty standard, so you'll hopefully get used to them. Don't know if you need to use them very often. I don't know really how often you need to use reflexive verbs in Russian. I mean, they are obviously used for certain things. For these certain verbs here, they are used, but they're not that common, I don't think, but we'll see. Anyway, прощаться, to say goodbye to somebody. And once again, I think the endings are exactly the same. The endings are the same in any case for these reflexive verbs. So rather than type them in again, I'm going to cheat a little bit and just copy and paste these. I know it's a bit lazy, but it literally is just the same things again. So you folks, yeah, that's correct. So the endings are always the same. So you folks who are studying on your own will want to review these at some point. But for the purposes of this video, I won't bother going through the process of typing them in again because I think it's pretty clear. Okay, so exercise 5, complete the sentences. Yes, so Martin, с кем ты сегодня встречаться? With whom did you meet? So once again, we will need to put in the correct forms, and for ты, the ending is actually, we can just copy and paste this from here, right? Because it's встречаешься, and then я интересоваться музыкой и литературой. Do we have интерес? No, Oh, here we have interesujuсь. So we can see up there it's interesujuсь. And then soft sign. Did I get that right? I think so. Okay. Где заниматься Irina? So, заниматься was, what was заниматься again? That was, to practice. Yeah, it's a bit of a difficult word to translate because it's like to, yeah, you might, if you run this through a translator, you might get something like study, but study is like читаю. It's yeah, I think in this case заниматься means like to practice something. Like if you're not studying an academic subject but studying something more practical like yoga or a martial art or something like that. Anyway, so Irina, that's third person singular, so it will be then занимается. Занимается. That's correct, isn't it? I believe that's correct. Okay. Мои родители интересоваться искусством. Они коллекционеры. So, my parents, yes, my parents are interested in искусством, in art. Они коллекционеры. They are collectors. So this is they, it's third person plural, so it's they. So it's intereso and then for ani, it's actually we can just copy and paste it from here, right? It's wait, no, that must be completely wrong because it completely extended past the end of the oh, it's sorry, it's like this. Where's, there we go. Интересуются. Yeah. I know it was jutsia at the end. You can get that from the table, but then forming the word correctly. Интересуются. That's tricky. That is difficult. That is very difficult. Okay, он уже 3 года боксом. So he's already, it's заниматься. So he's already practiced boxing for 3 years. So it's it's занимается. Yeah, for single, for third person singular, it's занимается. Okay. Никто не любит прощаться. Nobody, again, double negative, nobody doesn't like, meaning nobody likes. Прощаться. What's прощаться? Oh, yes, to say goodbye to someone. We had that up here. Прощаться. So we can just copy and paste this since, again, if it's just general, if you say кто or никто, then it's third person singular. So никто не любит прощаться. That is, I believe that's correct, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's correct. Ольга, чем ты интересоваться? Olga, what are you interested in? And again, we can probably just, all right, well, we can just go based on what we know now, I think. It's is it Saetsia? It seems wrong somehow. Yes, it is wrong. It's interesu. It's three. For some reason, I was forming it like because it said Olga at the beginning, so I was thinking it's like ana, it's like third person singular. But no, of course the speaker says three, so it's interes. It's then with three, it's a bit tricky. It's interesuish. Yeah. Yeah, that one might take some getting used to. Каждый понедельник Питер занимается в фитнес-клубе. So every понедельник is Monday. So every Monday Peter practices or trains in the fitness club. So I think we can just copy and paste this from here because this is third person singular for the same verb, so it should be the same, right? I guess we'll find out. После работы я пятница мой коллеги so after work at no, пятница is on Friday. After work on Friday, my colleagues meet in a bar около офиса, near the office. So it's third person. Yeah, he doesn't include himself, so I'm going to assume, or the speaker doesn't include themselves, so I'm going to assume that it's not me, it's not first person plural, but rather third person plural, they. So, well, here's the same verb, so we can take that, but we need to conjugate it differently because it's third person plural is aiutia. So is it like this? Let me just check. Is that correct? I have a feeling I might have gotten something wrong. Oh no, that is correct actually. I got it right without having to check the answer. That's nice. Okay, and finally, все люди интересоваться деньгами. All people are interested in money. And I think because it's all people, this is now third person plural. So let's go ahead and we can copy and paste. Oh, actually, this should be... Is that correct? No, it is not. Why is that not correct? Интересуется... Okay, I have made a mistake somewhere. Let's see. Now I need to go through the arduous process of rereading these and seeing where I might have made a mistake. Oh, I can see right here I made a mistake on the second one. Interesuius. Interesuius. Is that now? Interesuius. Yes, that is correct now, I believe. Занимается. I believe that should be correct. Wait. I think something went wrong here. Okay, I took an E out of the fourth one, but there's still something wrong somewhere else. On number 5, занимается. Yeah, that looks correct. 6, oh. I put in the sh instead of sh. That is wrong. Oh, and it's proshats. Why is it like that? Proshatsia with the soft sign here. Interesujące. Okay, that should be correct now. Number 7. Interesujące. I think that's correct. Number 8. Занимается. Yeah, I think that's correct. Number 9. Встречаются. I believe that's correct. And then number 10. Interес. Oh, there's an extra E here in number 10. Интересуются. Okay, why is this wrong? Something is seriously wrong here now, because I've actually double-checked these against the answers, and it's still telling me that it's wrong. So I must have missed something. Somehow my eyes are just not catching what this is supposed to be. I'll have to start at the beginning. I'll start at the beginning and встречаешься. Pretty sure that is correct. Yeah, интересуюсь. Yeah, that looks correct. Где занимается. Yeah, that looks correct. Number 4. Интересуются. Yeah, that looks correct. Number 5. Занимается. That also looks correct. I have a bad feeling about this. It seems that everything is correct. Number 5 is занимается. Yes, that's correct. Number 6. Wait, is that? Oh. I'm a moron. I took out the sh when it was sh after all. Okay, there we go. I mistakenly replaced the sh with a sh when it was actually sh all along. So there we go. So a mistake. That was something that I shouldn't have second guessed. Okay. Sorry about that. Moving on. So, interesovacja, to be interested in something, and zanimacja, to go in for something. Okay, interesting. All right. Task number 7. Now we see uczycja, to study where or with whom. Gdzie is obviously where, and z kim is with whom. So let's see, this looks like it should be pretty straightforward, but let's find out whether it actually is. So, on usil, for on and na, it's oh, wrong table. Yes, reflexive verbs in the past tense. Here we go. I was going up here for some reason. That was silly of me. We have the table here. Reflexive verbs in the past tense. So for on, it's L and then sia on the end, right? So on учился, она учила. And then what's, and then you put not sia, but S and then soft sign, or say. Is it say or is it S in Russian? No, I don't remember. I want to say it actually might be se and not S. And then они учились, also C and soft sign. And, okay, целоваться is to kiss someone, obviously a verb used very frequently by tourists in Russian. I think, but the endings are always the same. Once again, these endings are always the same, so I'm just going to copy and paste them. Again, I know it's a bit lazy, but you folks who are studying something will need to review these and repeat these anyhow. So, and finally, увлекаться, to be keen on something. Not really quite sure how that's different from interest, to be interested in something, because to be keen on something does mean to be interested in it, doesn't it? But I guess this means like to be extra super interested, like really enthusiastically interested in something. So once again, these endings should be the same. Yes, they are. So again, you'll want to review these endings if you really want to get this correct, but the endings are always the same for these, so pretty straightforward. I'm not gonna spend too much time on these. Okay, number 8. Now we want the past tense form of the given verbs. So, это мой друг, that's my friend, мы с ним учиться вместе. Учиться was study with, so we with him, I guess. But then what's the form for учиться? Let me just check. What form are they expecting here? Учились. Okay, how are you expected to know that? Because they don't have мы in the table here. Maybe if you click on full, let's go to full and see. Do they have мы here? Because this is we. Yes. Wait, no. This is. Yeah, here we go. Reflexive verb. Yeah, but here, reflexive verbs in the past tense, they only have an, ana, and ani. We need мы. So how are you supposed to know what it is? Oh, I guess if you assume that it's the same as ani, I guess it looks like мы works the same as ani, so it ends in lis. So L-I and then soft sign. Okay, so it's учились. Is that correct? Учились. Yeah, that is correct. So it works like ani here. You end it with L-I-S and then soft sign. Okay. Вчера я видела, как Марина целоваться с боссом. So, wait, what does the sentence even mean? Вчера, yesterday, я видела, I saw, как Marina, how Marina, wait, целоваться, to kiss someone. Okay, yesterday I saw how Marina was kissing the boss. Okay, that's a nice, wonder if this is common business practice in Russia. Okay, so that's Anna, because it's she. So she did it, so then it would end in las. So, not chi, wait, where's tsie? Now I've forgotten where tsie is on the keyboard. Oh, it's, of course, it's up there, yes, in the upper left. So, Tsielov, so we want to end with las, because Anna is a she did it, so Tsielov, yeah, so it's Tsielovalas. I think that's correct. Раньше Люк, so it used to be that Люк увлекаться компьютерами. So he used to увлекаться. Oh, it used to be that Luke was keen on computers. He used to be really into computers. I wonder what happened. Why did he stop being interested in computers? Maybe he got one pregnant. Okay, раньше Люк, and then so and then for an, because it's a male performing the action, so you use an, so it's lsia at the end. Увлекался, is that yeah, it is. Yeah, it is увлекался. Okay, that is correct. So Luke was into computers. Год назад он серьезно занимался танцами. So, год назад, a year ago, он серьезно, he seriously заниматься танцами. He seriously was studying or practicing dancing. So, занимать. Wait, no. We need the ending for on, so it's elsia, занимался. That's correct, right? It should be, it's занимался танцами. Past tense. Okay, мой брат жил в России 3 года и интенсивно занимался русским языком. So my brother lived in Russia 3 years and was interested in studying Russian language. And again, I think we can just copy and paste this from here because it's un. Obviously, my brother is hopefully it's a male, and it's the same verb. It's the zaниматься. So we can just copy and paste that, right? It's exactly the same. Занимался. Yeah, I believe it's the exact same thing we had just before. Роберт никогда не интересовался работой. Robert is never interested in work, но всегда интересовался девушками, but always interested in girls. I think many people may be able to identify with Robert's sentiments here. Okay, so интересоваться, so we will then, this becomes helps if you put in the correct letters. Intereso, and then because it's masculine, it ends in L in Lysia, so interesovalsia. Is that what we're looking for? Interesovalsia. Yes, I believe that is correct. And this is the same verb. It's the same verb here twice. So actually, I'll just copy and paste this. Should be the same. Yes, I believe that should be the same. Раньше все увлекаются йогой, а сейчас все увлекаются пилатесом. It used to be that everybody увлекаться, so yeah, was interested or was keen on. It's kind of a bit. I don't know if there's an exact translation. Keen on sounds a bit strange if you keep saying that. I mean, I know it's a normal expression, but anyway, it used to be everyone was keen on yoga, yogoi, but now everyone is keen on Pilates, Pilatesum. Is this actually reflecting a change in social trends in recent years? I don't know. I think lots of people in Russia are still into yoga. I think yoga is still pretty popular. Especially among women, of course, but I think even men do yoga in Russia. It's not seen as something weird. It's a perfectly normal thing to do in Russia. Okay, so this will probably be ani. So wait, since this is also увлекаться, I'll copy and paste this here and then reformat it for ani. So ani is lis at the end. So it should be then lis, увлекались. Is that увлекались? Yes, that is correct, yeah. And then here it's formatted differently because this is not past tense. So this here is past tense, this is not past tense, this is present tense because it says, and now everyone is keen on Pilates. So, okay, last one. До университета Ирина никем не целоваться. That was kiss. Yes. So in university, Irina never kissed anyone. Okay. I don't know if that's. Well, it's not. And this should be the same again because Marina is a woman and Irina is a woman. So actually past tense for she kissed should be the same in both cases. And it is. And we actually got those correct on the first try. That's actually I'm pretty impressed that went so well. I was worried that would go a little bit more awkwardly. Okay. Listen and read.
В школе Вася занимался. Спортом Вася увлекался. Каждый день тренировался и с друзьями не встречался. Рано утром Вася мылся и за стол потом садился. Никогда он не болел, потому что много ел. Он учился на отлично, вел себя всегда прилично. Быстро он решал задачи, в выходные был на даче. Там он грядки поливал, бабушке он помогал. Мама с папой были рады. Вася — лучшая награда.
That's nice. I think a lot of this is fairly clear. The language here is not too complicated, and it's nice that they have these translations here for words that we haven't seen yet. This is good. This is good placement. This is good design to have these here in line like this, because most of the words are not too hard, but obviously some of these we may not have seen before or are not too common. Like, okay, gryadka is a vegetable patch. I don't know how often you'll use the word vegetable patch in any language. I don't think I've used it in my native language more than maybe 2 or 3 times in my entire life. So, okay, actually, it's probably something more common in Russia. I think because the Russian culture is more into growing personal vegetable gardens, this may be a more common word in Russian culture, but anyway. Let's move on. So, do we not have an exercise about that? I guess we don't. Oh no, we do actually. These are the infinitive forms of all reflexive verbs from the poem above. So let's see. First we have one that starts with z. Which one would that be? Занимался. So I guess we can just copy and paste. Oh no, we need to use the infinitive forms. So занимался, what's the infinitive form of that? It's here it's заниматься. Заниматься. Okay, next one is увлекался. Увлекался is, it's увлекаться, to be keen on something. He was really keen on sports. Sportom Vasia. So yeah, he was keen on sports. Okay, what's the next one that starts with V? Встречался, to meet with someone he never met with friends. So here we go. Встречаться is the infinitive form of to meet with somebody he never met with his friends. I know I'm being a bit lazy copying and pasting these, but hopefully as long as we understand the meanings. So мылся, this one we haven't seen before, so helpfully they provide the infinitive form here. Мытся. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that quite correctly, but then I probably mispronounce a lot of words in these. And then finally one that starts with C, садился, so the infinitive form is садиться, to seat oneself, for example, at a table. Okay. Pretty straightforward. That wasn't too bad. I mean, a lot of these words are unfamiliar and we wouldn't know the infinitive forms, but we got a lot of help from the site, so pretty straightforward all in all. Instrumental case after reflexive verbs. Okay, so here we see a few different endings. There's oi and there's Not too bad. So study the table above and complete the sentences. Кем ты интересуешься? Whom are you interested in? So I think the difference here, as you can see in the table above, is there is a different form used for animate nouns, basically people, and inanimate nouns, anything other than people. So кем means towards whom, and then чем means towards what. The difference between who and what. It's like кто and что. So кто is who and что is what. So кем is to whom and чем is to what. So чем ты интересуешься? Whom are you interested in? Я So looking at the table above, is it then as simple as just putting in я интересуй? Is that correct? Let me just quickly check and make sure that I'm not making a blunder here. No, it's not that simple. It's, this goes after the nouns. So, no, you don't put that after the verb, you put that after the nouns. So it's Irinoi and Viktorovnoi. Okay, there we go. For this verb, you still need to use the because the reflexive verb, you still need to use the same form that we're familiar with. Let me see. Do I have a previous instance of ya interest? Because I don't want to go through the trouble of. Do I have to? I don't see it here. Maybe I'm just missing. Okay, let's not waste too much time looking for it. I'll go ahead and I'll go the distance and type it in manually. So it's interesujus. Interesujus Irinoi. I think there should be an E in between. There should be an and there, but okay. Irinoi Viktorovnoi. I'm interested in Irina and Viktorovna. I assume they're both women. Чем он увлекается? So, what does he what does he увлекается, yeah, what is he keen on? I'm kind of mixing these up because this word is not really, I mean, in the English meaning at least, it's not really that different from to be interested in. So I'm kind of mixing these up because I realize this means to be especially interested in, to be like really super into something. But I'm mixing these up because the form, okay. Anyway, on and then for on it was okay, I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. I'll just go ahead and put it in. So it's on увлекается where's T now? Увлекается kickboxing и snowboard. Kickboxing and snowboarding. So these are obviously not people, they're inanimate things. So it should be then if they are masculine things, which both of these appear to be, because I think they both end in consonants, then it should be right? Looking at the table above, they should both be, where's M? There we go, there's M. Is that correct? Yes, kickboxingom и snowboardom. Okay, чем вы занимаетесь в свободное время? What do you practice in your spare time? Свободное is freedom, so свободное is free as an adjective in this case. What do you practice in your spare time? Я занимаюсь. Уборк. Cleaning? That's kind of sad if he, in his spare time, he practices cleaning. But that I'm not sure I'm misinterpreting that, but that appears to be what it means. So, and anyway, it's uborkoi. So I guess it's feminine, uborka, because you can see in the table above, like muzika is, obviously it ends in A, so if it ends in A, then it becomes oi. Okay. Кем увлекается Peter? Who is really into Peter? Who is keen on Peter? Or no, other way around. Who is, I think it means who is Peter keen on, not who is keen on Peter. Yeah, because otherwise it would be kto. If it was kto, then it would be who is keen on Peter, but no. Кем увлекается Peter, that means to whom does Peter really, I guess like who does Peter have a crush on, or who is he attracted to? Peter увлекается, and then it should be yitz, yeah, looking at the pattern above, right? Peter увлекается. And Joanna obviously ends in a, so then it becomes oi, Joannoi. Peter's really into Joanna. Чем она интересуется сейчас? What So она is she. So what is she interested in now? Она интересуется What? Okay, now things go off the rails because there appears to be a form here that we haven't seen in that mini table. Maybe there's a longer form here. Okay, I'm not sure how you're supposed to know this. I'm not going to bother interpreting that whole entire table right now, but it's actually tantsami. Tantsami I klubami. She's interested in dancing and clubbing. Okay, чем Лариса занималась в понедельник? So what did Larissa practice on Monday? Она занималась sportum, and because sport ends in a consonant, it's masculine, so it becomes sportum. And finally, кем Дональд интересовался у тебя? Он I must admit, I don't know why it's интересовался, actually. Okay, I don't know why it's like this, but you know, I don't think this is too important, honestly. I think this specific form of the Russian language is not something that's used too often. So let's not worry about this too much. And then director again ends in a vowel, so it's director, directorum, if I can find M. There we go. And that's all correct. So whom I must admit I'm not quite understanding the sentence. Whom does Donald interest in you? He was interested in the director? What? I guess this part means he was interested in the director. That I understand, but whom did Donald interest in you? I don't understand this question. Not quite sure that I'm interpreting this correctly. It doesn't make sense to me. But okay. If anybody wants to explain, feel free. But again, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I think that's a minor point. Okay, and с кем. So with whom? Reflexive verbs and inanimate nouns in the instrumental case. Once again, this is instrumental case because it's with something. So when you say I did something with my friend, or I ate bread with cheese and garlic or something, then you use the instrumental case. So exercise 12. We're almost done. We have this, and then we have a very short quiz at the end there. So, okay, let's get this finished off. So, с кем ты вчера встречался? With whom you yesterday met? And then it is don't know why it's like this, because it's nice. It's a form that's not in the table, but it's actually yay. Snatashye. That's nice that they give you a table and then right off the top they give you a form that doesn't even exist in the table. And druzia with friends is also a special case, if I recall correctly, because it's druzyami. Don't know how you're supposed to know that. Don't ask me. С кем Мартин хочет целоваться? With whom Martin wants to kiss. With whom does he want to kiss? С красивой девушкой. Yeah, of course, with beautiful girl. And here, as you can see in the table above, девушка becomes девушкой in the reflexive instrumental case. So, с красивой девушкой. С кем Пол будет ругаться сегодня? With whom Paul will argue today? С boss. And of course, as you can see in the table above, it's с bossом. So it's either when they give it to you in the table, or at least when they give you the form, but we don't even have the form of the Natashier, so I don't know how you're supposed to know that. All right. С кем студенты занимаются в классе? With whom the students are занимаются. Занимаются was what was занимаются? To go in for something. I think this means something like just what are they doing? What activity are they currently occupied with? Okay, but the question is with whom? So with whom are the students currently occupied in the classroom? Well, with the teacher. So probably. No, it's yim. Why is it yim? I don't know why it's yim. The table actually shows, yeah, it's prepodavateljem, but I don't know why, because it's, okay, no idea. There's no explanation for this. I think at this point they're just throwing random stuff out there and they're not really explaining why it is that way. There doesn't seem to be any specific form or rule that they're teaching. They're just basically testing to make sure that you can look stuff up. С кем Роберт знакомится сейчас с новым клиент? So with whom Robert meets now with new client, and it should be clientom, right? Yes, you can even see in the table above, it's clientom. Okay, с кем ты не хочешь прощаться? With whom you do not want to say goodbye. With family and friends. Okay, fair enough. You don't want to say goodbye to your family and friends. So it's, does it show it up here? Yes, семьей. So семьей. And we already know that friends in this case is друзьями. С кем Владимир учился в университете? With whom Vladimir studied in the university. With a friend. So strug. You can see at the top there is podrugoi, but podruga is a female friend, so I'm going to, and the second from the bottom, drugom, yes, because it's masculine. Drug is masculine, so it's drugom in this case. And then finally, с кем обнимается ребенок? With whom does the child want to hug? I believe, is that... I think this is whom does the child want to hug, or with whom does the child want to hug? Mama becomes then, because it's feminine, should be then mamoi. Yes, and indeed it is. Okay. Mostly there's a form that's kind of identifiable here, but then some of these are kind of confusing. Like, I still don't know why it's Natashier, and perhaps more importantly, how you're supposed to know that. The rest of these, yeah, okay, mostly not too bad. Друзьями is a special form. You just have to know that one, but okay, whatever. Constructions with verbs to be and to become. So bit is stat plus kim. Bit is be, and then stat is to become, and kiem is whom. So on bil directorum, which means Yeah. He will be. Yeah. So on byl direktorem means hold on, is that right? Doesn't that mean that that doesn't mean that he will become a director. That means, hold on, let me just quickly translate that just to make sure that I've got this right. Byl is past tense, isn't it? Because it ends in the yeah, it's was. So on byl, on byl direktorem means he was a director. Okay, I see. Okay, so they're showing past, present, and future tense. I get it. Okay, for some reason it doesn't show. So in the middle it shows сейчас, today, meaning present tense, and then on the right it shows потом, meaning future tense. On the left then is past tense, but for whatever reason they don't show вчера or anything indicating past tense on the left. But the left column is the past tense. So on byl direktorem, he was a director, past tense. Present tense, on director, he is a director. And then future tense, on будет директором, he will be a director. Similarly, она была кассиром, what is it? Кассиром, sorry, a cashier. Она была кассиром, she was a cashier. Она кассир, she is a cashier. Она будет кассиром, she will be a cashier. And они были менеджерами, they were managers. Они менеджеры, they are managers. And они будут менеджерами, they will be managers. Okay, and finally, very short, or I think it's very, well, there are three parts to it. So this is the first part, this is the second part, and this is the third part, but they're all 3 lines, so it hopefully shouldn't take very long. Let's just get this out of the way and see how it goes. So, когда Paul, is there something to listen to? No, there's nothing to listen to, we just have to figure it out. Когда Paul был маленький, он хотел быть, so, when Paul was small, he wanted to be, I think a lot of this is just open to interpretation. You kind of have to figure out. The answer I have here is kosmonautom. He wanted to be a cosmonaut, which I guess is a common childhood dream, to be an astronaut. Сейчас Paul lieutenant. So he is a lieutenant, probably in the military. Но Пол думает, что потом он будет генералом. I'm just reading off the notes that I have here, so this is just something you'd kind of have to guess from the context what words go in these blanks. This is less about grammar and just more about figuring out what words go in the blanks. So when Paul was little, he wanted to be an astronaut. Now Paul is a lieutenant, but he thinks that after that he will be a general. I don't think it works that way. I don't know how the military ranks work in Russia, but I don't think you get promoted directly from lieutenant to general. You go from lieutenant to, at least in, like Western militaries, there's usually a captain and a major and a colonel and something, some other stuff. Well, anyway, moving on. So, раньше Marta была, so it used to be that Marta was, what was Marta? Was she a studentkoj? That could very well be the case. Could very well be that she was a studentkoj. I think that is, I think that's what she was studentkoj. Сейчас она looks like a manager. I think manager is the word that goes in here. Сейчас она менеджер. Через год она точно будет. Через год, next year, она точно будет. She will exactly be, probably, okay, director. I get it. Она будет директором. She will be a manager, a director next year. Sorry. Okay, and год назад мои друзья были, a year ago, my friends were, what were they? Would they be, студентами. They were students. Сегодня, today, они стажеры. And I'm going to take just a moment to figure out what stagiori is, since I don't know this word. Stagiori. What is stagiori? Let's find out. Stagiori. Oh, trainees. I think we might have seen this word before, but I forgot it. Yes. So now they are trainees, and these guys are high-fiving each other because they got a trainee position, and they're very happy about getting the trainee position. And then через 6 месяцев, after 6 months, они будут менеджерами. They will be managers. And with that, our lesson comes to a close. Okay, that mostly wasn't too bad. Some stuff was definitely not very clear. I think some stuff could have been a lot better, but for the most part, most of it made sense. But again, I kind of have the feeling that a lot of the things that we saw in this lesson aren't really that important. You don't use these forms that frequently. This whole thing with the reflexive verbs, yeah, there are some verbs that are reflexive in Russian, but they're not used that commonly. And when you do, okay, when you do use them, then that's where you separate, that's where you draw the line between people who really know their Russian thoroughly and people who didn't study Russian that thoroughly. But I mean, in everyday speech, I don't think you need to know these forms that perfectly that often. If you really want to speak Russian perfectly, then okay, yeah, you need to know these, but this is kind of something you come back to later. I think this is something that you don't need to know cold the first time around because it's not one of the more critical, more crucial kind of pieces of the Russian language that the whole Russian language hinges on. But that's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm certainly not an expert on the language, so maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about. Anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. Hope that this made some sense and that it was kind of enjoyable. And I hope that we'll see you next time around for the next lesson of learning Russian with Learn Russian. Until then, folks, ta-ta for now.